You ready?
Ready like Freddy. Let's do it.
And 3, 2, 1. Here we are with another Simone and Shaun on YouTube. Simone, you do not look like a sheepdog.
I know, it dried in time. It's all good.
You promised you were gonna look like a sheepdog, and you don't. You look beautiful.
I'm trying. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. It is the New Year, isn't it? It's all the fog. It's all the fog. It's all that drinking and imbibing. I didn't do a lot of that.
Okay, it's all good.
How were your holidays?
Busy. Was in the UK touring, so I had my little celebration before I left, so it was good. Got to see some family in from out of town. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's that on your wall? That memorial.
That would be my gold record from the UK.
Yay!
Superstar went gold. Yeah.
Yay!
It's good.
Speaking of gold, we've got a golden guest today.
We do, a diva, an icon. Yes,
Diva
in the best way.
Yeah, Tameko Star is joining us now, and we're going to talk about coloring outside the lines in life with her, and talk about her remarkable career. She's the voice behind the biggest hits.
If you don't know who Tameko Star is, I don't know how. If you love dance music, I don't know how you would not know her. But she is one of the original divas of Living Joy.
The Living Joy.
Yeah, iconic dance music group.
And if you don't know her, maybe you're too young to be watching this.
Well, no, it's good because learn, listen and learn.
Listen and learn.
Yes.
Let's bring her on. Here is Tameko Star with us right now. She looks amazing today.
She does.
Always. There she is.
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
Welcome to the show. You look amazing.
Much for coming on.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. We're finally making this thing happen.
Yes.
No, it was my fault. We had a taping scheduled, and I was so busy listening to your music, and I thought I had an hour to spare before we were coming on. And suddenly Simone was like, "Where are you?" I was just listening to you.
Oh my goodness! Well, look, flattery will get you everywhere. Yes, finally.
What's it like to be the voice behind such an iconic track that people love? Wow. That is the soundtrack to many people's dance club lives and lives in general.
What's it like? I'm still dreaming. Nice. It is like a dream because it's something that I wanted to do my entire life. And, it's surreal. It's like it's happening to me, or it happened to me. And I'm just still in a dream, and I don't want to wake up from it.
Now, what I thought was cool is that you actually connected with the Italian producers. How did Tameko, American born, end up in Italy working with these producers?
Okay, so here's the story. So, my dad, my mom, we lived overseas, actually. My father was in the military. I lived most of my life overseas. And, my dad retired there in Italy. We lived in Italy. We lived in Germany prior to that, went to school in Germany, Italy. And then my father retired, and so we just kind of stayed over there. And so my entire life, I just wanted to be an entertainer. And the dream came true when an Italian producers, they called my mother, who was actually my manager at the time, my momager. And the rest is history. They sent me this track, and I was like, okay. I wasn't into dance music as much, I must admit. Like I tell everyone, I wanted to be the next Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson mixture. I wanted to dance like Janet and sing like Whitney. And so I wasn't on dance music, but my mother was like, well, let's try this thing out. Let's try it out. And so once I got the music, I was like, yeah, okay, I can work with this. And I just kind of made it my own. I just wanted to make it like a pop dance song and make it mean something to people.
It does. It means so much. It's such an inspirational song. And I was just posting on Instagram. It's been a tough slog the last couple of years. And the lyrics of that song are a great motivator and a great reminder to keep going. And I just tagged you in an Instagram post.
Okay.
So you can check that out.
I will.
The reason I had asked my question is because to me, our topic today is coloring outside the lines. And I feel like your whole life you've been coloring outside the lines. And to me, that's what has led you to your success.
Absolutely. Definitely. I would say that. Yes.
Define what that means to you, coloring outside the lines, nonconformity.
That means to me, having an original thought and acting from that original thought. So often we follow what we see. You know what I'm saying? We stay safe. We're afraid to venture out for what other people may say or think. And so coloring outside the lines means to do your own thing and don't worry about the parameters that people have set for you.
Yeah.
I think the three of us can all relate to that. I mean, I know just in my personality, I hate being told what to do. And I remember in high school, I didn't finish high school, I dropped out, and I didn't want to do any more schooling. I was over school. I just wanted my life to start, and I wanted to control my life and let that begin, even at that young age. And so I've been trained in nothing. I'm a writer and a broadcaster. I've been trained in none of it. But what has fueled my success in any way has been just coloring outside the lines, making your own rule book, making your own playbook, and following your authentic bliss, following your heart and your joy and what makes you happy, and knowing when to say no, and knowing what's right for you, and keeping it authentic and real. And I think that's a huge secret to people's success, whether they know it or not. It's that following the authentic path for you that you set for yourself.
Absolutely. It's brave and it's admirable. You know, if you think about the cycle of our lives, we are told what to do. From the time we are old enough to read a book, we're being programmed for life and what you're supposed to be doing in your life. So they tell you, you know, go to school for 12 years and get out and go to college and then get out and get a job and get a family, work your whole life. You're middle-aged by the time you're 50, you're over the hill by the time you're 60, and now retire and die, go sit on the porch.
Yeah.
I think women especially get fed that. They get fed by society what to do. And I wonder about both of you actually as women in music, how coloring outside the lines has worked for you. Like Simone, you're a great example of someone who's followed her own path.
Dance music wasn't the path that I had originally chosen. Like Tameko, it's, you know, Janet Jackson was my girl, you know, Anita Baker. That was kind of where I thought I was gonna head. And then I think what made me change course was opportunity. I think I've always listened to lots of different music, and I've always been open. And I usually tell young people that it's like, be open, don't block your blessings. It's like, if I had said no to the session, I would not be here talking to you. You know, I don't know where my life would have gone, but I know it would have been a creative. But it's definitely taken me on. I'm living my dream. I'm singing. I'm happy.
Tameko, who were your inspirations along the way in terms of people who followed their path and colored outside the lines?
You know, I would definitely have to say my mother. I talk about her a lot. She's she died a few years back, but she definitely was my inspiration because my mother was always a nonconformist. She was the type of person who would ask why until you couldn't ask why anymore. She did her own thing. She wore her own style. She was a trendsetter. It wasn't about what's in style or what somebody dictated to her, that you don't wear this or you don't wear that. Or, you know, she wasn't a person that followed like, this is what's classy, this is what's sexy, this is what's anything. She marched to her own drum. And I get a lot of the way I am from my mother. She's like, what colors don't match? What do you mean? I'll be like, Mom, you know, this doesn't match. She says, who says? Why do you think that? Why do you believe that? Oh, Mom, this is not cute. Why? You know, so she definitely inspired me, and she was a person also who used her own mind. As a matter of fact, I love to tell this story about how I got here. Did you guys hear that?
I saw. Oh yeah,
Listen,
I was going to ask you that next.
That's a person who thinks outside the box.
Yes,
That's a person who believes in something other than just what's right here in front of us. So definitely is my inspiration.
I think what I love about how your story is that your mom called you into existence, and exactly what she dreamt is what you are.
Tell us the story.
And it's absolutely beautiful. Her mom named her. Her mom knew what she would look like. She says, I wanted to be a Dimples. I wanted to be a singer. She literally created her child. So when you came into this earth, into this world, into this existence, you were what your mother dreamt of.
I was, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then my mother she talked about, when she ordered this for me. She ordered this, she calls this a beauty.
Yes.
She ordered that for me. So she said when I was just a baby that I came with the dimples, but she didn't see the beauty mark. She didn't see it. And like she was expecting it, which is what we all need to do, is expecting to our lives, right? So she expected to see it and it wasn't there. She said, but by the time I was 3 months, she said she was washing my face. And she said, she told her sister to come and look. She said, it's coming in. It's coming in right there, which is just such a true testament to what our minds can do, you know? Yeah. There's
so much power in that story.
Tell us more about expecting, Tameko, because I think you're hitting the nail on the head in terms of you can go ahead and do all the things that you want to do and live your authentic path, but you've got to expect the things that you want before they can arrive. Can you talk to that?
Absolutely. Since I can remember, like I said, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. Like I was born to do what I'm doing. And growing up, I did everything in preparation to be that. And I didn't do it because I wanted to see if I could do it or see if this was going to happen. I did it because I expected it to happen. And I expected it to happen. And so I better be ready. So let me prepare. Let me do everything I need to do. Because honey, when it gets here, I'm going to be ready.
You have to be prepared.
Yes.
I expected it. I didn't know how, but I just knew I would do this.
How do you get into the mindset of expectation, though, if people are watching this right now and they're hearing what you're saying, but they don't know, they've got a dream for themselves, they don't know how to expect it, it feels so far off, it feels so impossible. How do you get into that expectation mode and offer that as a vibration?
I understand that there's a God that lives within me. There's God that lives within me. That's how we're all here. And God is a creator, right? Is the creator. That means I'm a creator. That means I can create what I want. And that's how I get into that space. I get into a creative space and I say to myself, okay, this is what I want. This is what I desire to happen. And I can make this happen. I need to massage that energy of whatever it is that I want. If it's, okay, I want to write a new song. I need to, even if I just want something like short story, another part of my dream was to come to America and start a talent development company. And I was definitely in the frequency to create just that. I literally drew the place out on a paper. Wow. I drew where I even was so detailed. I drew where I wanted the water fountain to be.
Wow.
And I walked right into the place and everything was laid out just like that. But it comes from knowing that the creator lives inside of you. Therefore, you are a creator. Yes. That's where it comes from.
Yes.
Yeah.
So powerful. Vision boarded that almost.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
Vision boarded that.
Yeah. I mean, I love vision boards, and and it's true. It's intention. Like I said, you must understand that God lives within you. We have those. Listen, people have been telling us for centuries about what we can't do. They limited our thoughts, limited our thinking, and we follow along with that. But once we accept that we can do what we want to do and we can call forth into existence what we want and operate from that power, listen, the sky's the limit. We could probably fly if we wanted to. They say we only use 10% of our brains.
I love this. I love this conversation.
I do
Yeah.
too. Give me goosebumps.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
When you're in this mode, like, more people don't color outside the lines, they stay within the lines in this world. So there's never a crowd on the leading edge. What happens when you rub up against society telling you how you should be, especially music, where it's infamous for telling its artists what they should look like, how they should dress, what they should sound like. But just in general, we don't live in a world that supports that idea that we're discussing today. I remember when I had a finance career for 8 years, and I decided to leave it and pursue my dreams and be authentic to myself. And my mother was just like freaking out. How are you going to make a living? What are you going to do? How are you going to retire? And when you rub up against that, and that's inevitable, what have you encountered, and how have you overcome it with people around you in your life?
Ooh, that one's a little tough. I say that because I'm so strong in convinced in who I am and what my abilities are that when that even comes at me, I'm like Wonder Woman.
Nice.
You know, I'm like, you don't know, you don't understand, you're kind of you haven't discovered that thing yet. You know what I mean? So when it comes to me, that's kind of where I'm at, where I am with it. It's like, okay, this person hasn't arrived to where they need to get to yet mentally. They don't understand that they're being programmed to feel and think the way that they do. Once they open themselves up, they'll be even more supportive because they understand that this is the path that I'm on, you know, and then they'll have that understanding. But I mean, that's kind of just how I am. I guess I'm just as strong in what I feel, and I don't really pay any mind.
Well, with all of that power, because all I'm getting from this conversation is just how powerful a woman you are. And I think it's incredible. So my question is when you come up against adversity or challenges, how do you get through that?
I don't know. I just, like I said, I just believe so strongly in, and that it will happen for me, whatever it is that I dream of. And I also am a firm believer in this, that you're going to have adversity.
Okay.
It's going to come up. But what do? Do you just stop what you're doing and succumb to what is happening, or do you focus on your vision and your goal for yourself? There's two things. You're going to put energy over here, or you're going to put energy over here. You've got to put energy over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I guess that's just what I do. I mean, I can't speak for anyone else. It's just how I operate.
I think it's
Have you
awesome.
always been this way?
Pretty much. I know probably, you know, the transition phase when you're like in junior high and stuff like that, and these outside influences tend to want to come in and talk to you in your head. I had a mother who was louder than that, much louder than that, and who understood the world and how the world was, and understand how people thought, and was just large and looming in my mind, to where I could kind of ward off those things after a while. Just understood where she was coming from, you know.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Now, you have a new single out.
I do.
You do. Tell us about it.
I do. It's called Something Beautiful. And it was written because, yeah, we were coming through this horrible time with COVID. The world is so different now. And I felt like we needed something fun and uplifting, and we needed an escape. And so, you know, it's called Something Beautiful because that's what we need. We need at this time something beautiful. We need an escape to go to Jupiter or somewhere, and where we're free to believe in love, because I feel like that's what's missing in the world. Everybody is just so out for themselves, and it's just gotten so far away from what God and the Creator wanted for us to be, you know, just so far outside of that. And so, yeah, Something Beautiful was born. The fans really are the ones who got me kind of back out there. I kept getting these DMs about, hey, where are you? You need to get back out there. You need to do this. And it's my it's my passion. But you know, when you're growing up and you're what you call hungry, you know, you're hungry. I want to be the star. I want to be the star.
Yeah.
And you know, you have a taste. You're not as hungry
Yes.
anymore,
Yes.
and you understand what's important. You know what I'm saying? What's important, and what was important for me while I even went away for a while was being able to work with young people and help them to fulfill their dreams. So
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, I
When
love it.
when you said, you know, the world is a different place right now, and there's, you know, a lot of negativity, and what we need is love and beauty. How do you tune out all of the noise so that you can keep on going and keep on moving, as
Yeah.
the song goes?
You know, I meditate.
I
I
imagine.
meditate. Yeah. I meditate, I block out everything, and that's really how I get through it, you know, and praying, you know, and making sure I'm feeding myself the right things, feeding my mind the right things. You know, I don't really watch a lot of TV and things like that. I don't really get into that. I like to sit quietly and listen to my thoughts, you know? Yeah.
And you're in
I
a
like that. I like that. You kind of, in a way, shut out the world and stay in your bubble, in a
Yes.
positive bubble. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Yes.
that. 'Cause
And
If you
sometimes,
watch the news, it'll drag you down.
oh my gosh, and what kind of energy is that? Like to listen to the news constantly. You know, I believe everything has a vibration and a frequency. So if you're listening to bad news all the time, you know, that affects how you feel. I had to just unfollow someone yesterday because I mean, you know, they are who they are, but they have to keep posting things that are shocking and that are horrible things. And I literally ended up breaking down yesterday, and I was like, I can't do this. I have to unfollow them. So that is a way that I do it. You know, just unfollow, turn off, tune out.
The
You
news
know.
is so tricky too, because for me, a lot of times, like I watch a lot of U.S. politics, but I find it to be like a soap opera. So it's entertaining to me to see what happens next. And Donald Trump is the Victor Newman of the world, and,
Yes.
you know, and Canadian politics makes me feel engaged.
Yeah.
So I think if it feels good to you in those ways, pursue it. But as you said, everything's got a vibration. If it's dragging you down, it could be the news, it could be anything. But if it's dragging you down, you've got to quit it. I wondered, what's the biggest lie you were ever told by yourself or by someone in your life, in terms of what we're talking about today, about being who you are, following your bliss, and coloring outside the
Oh,
line?
someone who tried to set her off her course.
Yeah. What's the biggest?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This may be so cliche, but the biggest lie is that you are not enough.
Mm.
Oh, child.
Mm.
You're not enough. That is the biggest lie.
Yes. Yeah.
Because who says that you're not enough? Who do you give power to define anything for you?
You're playing small
Beautiful.
does not serve the world.
Sorry?
You're playing small does not serve the world. That's from
Not at
Mary
all.
Wilson. Who told you that?
The world tells you that.
The world does
The
tell you that.
television tells you that. Magazines tells you that. Media tells you that. Everything tells you that. You're not smart enough. You need to go over here. You're not pretty enough. You need to go and do this to yourself. You're not this. The world tells you you're not enough.
True.
And the world sets its own standards. Well, I say society sets its standards for you as to what is, like I said, what is beautiful, what is smart, what are any of those things.
Yes.
Help you overcome that. And I hear what you're saying, but I especially think women get told you're not enough to a greater degree than men do, for sure. And you said beauty magazines, for example, magazines in general. How do you
Media.
overcome that? The media in general.
Social media. Yeah.
Yeah, social media. How have you overcome that? Because we're bombarded. I think we get 60,000 or more messages a day thrown at
Jeez.
us in the world around us. And so we're bombarded. How have you managed to stay true to yourself?
I understand that it's just someone's opinion.
Mm.
And who are they?
I
Who are they?
I gotta say, Tameko, I'm interjecting here, but we have actually never met face to face. I cannot wait till we do. I'm loving everything that you're saying in this conversation.
Thank you.
Such powerful, positive energy. Just incredible. Just incredible.
As I'm listening to you, you speak a lot of big truths.
Yes.
Thank you. Listen, it's what I feel. It's what I'm not even gonna say it's what I believe, because when you believe something, it means there's a little small thing of doubt. It's what I know. It's what I know in its totality. I understand that this world is set up in a certain type of way, and most of us are followers, and we just, without using our own mind, just follow right along with that. And you do need to ask yourself why. You have to ask yourself, what is the purpose of that? It just makes people feel inadequate and inferior and bad about themselves, you know. But again, you always have to ask that question: who are they, and who do you give power to define to? Who do you give that power to? You're supposed to have that power. It's what feels good to you.
Will you marry me?
Hey, I thought I was your wife. You'll have two.
I don't want to do wives. We've got about 5 minutes left, so we're running low on time. I wonder what you would say to people watching this right now about how they can go about improving their coloring outside the lines-ness in their lives.
Just realize that, again, that God lives inside of you. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, like the song says, and don't stop moving the lyrics, and not worry about what other people think. God didn't make any mistakes when he made us. We're exactly who we're supposed to be. So do you.
Tameko Star, this might be one of my favorite interviews we've ever done here on Simone and Shaun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Positivity is radiating. What would you like to tell your fans about your single? Because it's everywhere. Where can they get it? Where is it playing? Where should they request it? All of it.
It's streaming on all platforms. You can go on any of one of them and just download it or stream it. I do have a new video coming out for it, so I can't wait. That'll be out tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Yes.
By the time this is posted, it's out.
Sorry?
Yes.
By the time
this will be posted, it'll be out then.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, good. I know videos, aren't really, what sells a record, but I have a visual out with it, and I'm proud of that. I hadn't done a video in a while, so I'm proud of it.
Beautiful.
I want to say thank you so much for sharing your ideas and your story with us. You're a real blessing, and I appreciate you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys.
I'm so glad we made this happen.
Finally.
Yes.
Right. You guys take care.
Take care. We wish you all the best for 2023. The best of success with the single, and I will see you on the road.
Absolutely. Let's make it happen.
What?
Okay. Guys, have a good one.
I'll call you and we'll plan our wedding. I'm the boss, just so you know.
That's funny. I love it.
We'll go with it.
Fine, it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She's wonderful.
Holy.
Isn't that beautiful? What happened?
Amazing.
Isn't she?
Oh, nothing happened. Just Tameko Star came in and just.
I know. Just awesome.
But I know I'm
awesome.
Here.
Just awesome.
People watching this needed to hear, and so elegantly and eloquently.
Yes. That's what I said. I've never met her in person, but what beautiful energy.
Yeah, amazing energy.
Especially for our first for 2023. There are no coincidences, and if it didn't happen before, it happened now. And I think that's perfect.
Yes, this is a
what
great
a beautiful message.
So you're welcome, everybody, because I was late listening to music. Lost track of time. You're welcome.
I was like, where, Shaun? Shaun's like, oh, it's now.
I was in my bedroom listening to music and didn't really I thought we had an hour, so I was chilling out.
All good.
Lunch.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
What did you take away from that the most?
I took away, to yourself be true. Set your own path and dance to your own beat, and know that what is for you won't pass you by.
It's just someone else's opinion is what I took away.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't have to get caught up. You can block that energy out and stay the course.
What did you take away? You can put that in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Simone and Shaun, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. We're everywhere. We appreciate you so much for watching, and wish you many blessings, peace, and love. And what else, Simone?
Happy New Year.
And chicken tenders.
That was random. Cool. Don't stop. I love it.
Oh, I love that song. All right, I'm gonna go check out a new song right now.
Okay, go do that.
Why don't you drink anymore for the show?
What?
Why don't you drink anymore? I'm always drinking.
Who told you I'm not drinking? All right, come on.
That's my girl. All right, my love. Nice to see you.
And Simone cup. Lovely to see you again.
Bye.
Bye.